Welcome back to the show. Hearing loss can affect a person's life in so many different ways, from missing certain sounds to more serious cases of total loss of hearing. Our next guest says that there is help for folks who might be having some trouble, and Heidi Hill is an audiologist with the Hearing Health Clinic, and she's here this morning with patients Bob Lockhurst and Christy Ryan. Good morning to all of you. We're going to talk about primarily about hearing aids today and what they can do for you, and you'll be amazed at some of the cool designs. We're going to get to that in just a second. What kind of success are you having in treating hearing loss?
With today's amplification, success is very prevalent. So I just did a recent patient satisfaction survey and found that over 98% were satisfied with their instruments. And in fact, 100% noted improvement in quality of life with their amplification. You
must hear some great stories about how people's lives are changed. As you said, quality of life is changed.
It is. Amplification, we know, improves patients' relationships, their emotional well-being, and also gives patients a sense of control, which becomes a very important issue as people age.
Let's talk to you first, Bob. Tell us what you needed a hearing aid for and how it's working for you.
Well, I knew I was having hearing loss because my wife kept having to repeat things to me, and so finally a friend had recommended Heidi, and I came in, and yes, I did need some assistance in my hearing. So
how's it changed now?
It's great. I haven't had any problems, and Jan noticed it right away. And the first thing I noticed when I left Heidi's office with them on to try, I could hear the directional signals in the car.
Oh, you could hear the little click, click, click when you put your turn signal on.
Right.
That's interesting because those are subtle sounds in life that you could have missed and didn't even realize that was changing. Let's talk to you, Christy, because your story is a little bit different.
I have a hereditary disease, otosclerosis, and I had sudden hearing loss in both ears at different times in my life. And a couple years ago, I almost completely lost my hearing and kind of had a bad experience with the fitting in of a hearing aid and thought that wasn't going to work for me. But I did go visit Heidi, and like Bob, as soon as she put the hearing aids on, I heard her shoes move on the carpet. And I cried. I mean, it was unbelievable to hear sounds like that.
Now, we have to let you in on the secret of what these hearing aids are like, because the two of you wear the same style hearing aid, right?
Yes.
And they hook. We've got a little ear in the front up here, and they hook over your ear and go behind it rather than inside. I mean, this kind of goes inside.
The speaker goes inside, so the sound's going into the ear. But there's just a tiny processor that sits on top of the ear, and it's extremely discreet. I mean, you wouldn't look at Bob and Christy and say, oh, they're wearing hearing aids. You can't even see them.
You can't see them because this is a clear sort of a color. That's the only part that's really showing in the front. And the funny thing is, Christy, I was talking about how cool they are. They remind me of something like an iPod or a special telephone. And what do people say to you?
They honestly, they think it is just, if anybody actually sees it, they do think it's sort of a communication device. So we're really hip wearing them, or, you know.
Yes, it's high tech. It's cool.
It is. Now, I've got two different designs here in my hand because these come disco style. These aren't just available in a natural color. This one is zebra, and this one's a Hawaiian print. What kind do you wear, Bob?
Oh, I've got a plain one that kind of matches my hair.
Yeah, so it all blends.
Fancy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the leopard print. It's my
and why wouldn't you if you could? The difference is you have short hair. It blends into your skin, Bob. It blends into your head. We've got to talk a little bit about a special sort of that you have going on right now. What can people do?
Well, I believe it's so important for people with hearing loss to have an opportunity to experience amplification, that if you call this week in the next 3 days, starting to, well, you can call today also, you can come in, have an evaluation done, and actually take the hearing instruments out for 2 weeks at no charge. So before you even buy them, you can actually try them for a couple of weeks. I think having that experience is very important because almost all my patients have a positive experience.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. And people, if you're suspecting you have any hearing loss, they should just give you a call, make an appointment, and you'll do an evaluation? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. All right, well, that's fabulous to hear for both of you, and no pun intended. And we're going to tell everybody that the Hearing Health Clinic is offering that special 3-day event that Heidi just mentioned this Tuesday. That's tomorrow through Thursday. Folks can try hearing aids for free for 2 weeks. The Hearing Health Clinic is located on Excelsior Boulevard in Hopkins, and for more information you can call 952-746-0232, 952-746-0232, or log on to hearinghealthclinic.net.